Hey everybody. So yesterday I went out with my dad and went looking for some flint, and we were able to find a little bit of this Smithville chert, which is a highly fractured chert in the formation. It has these quartz lines in it, but we were able to find some of it, and I was going to mess around here and see if I could. We got several buckets, and honestly, I don't know if there's anything that's going to be savable out of it big enough for anything more than a bird point. But we are, from where this came from, it actually came out of a pit, and I think we might have located the pit. So if we can get in that, then we could probably get in the seam and maybe get some better material out of there. I'm not sure because it is known to be highly fractured, so probably the percentage of good workable flint is probably not that high. There's my glove right there. But it's another source of flint, and we picked up 3 buckets in just a few minutes, but like I said, may not be any of this really any good, so I thought I'd pick away at some of it here. We also found a Novaculite outcropping. Well, we found the area, and we almost have the outcropping narrowed down. We're actually pretty sure we know exactly where it is. So that was kind of exciting too. So might be able to get a bird point out of that. I'll save that. It breaks on those seams there, and I've never worked this stuff, so this is a really chunky piece. Yeah. This stuff that's been out exposed to the weather, it's probably most of it isn't going to be any good. May be lucky to get anything out of any of this, but I don't know if you can heat treat this and make it any better. Or, I mean, obviously this piece is fractured all the heck, but I don't know. But I will look into that and see what can be done with it. I was trying to pop that off there, but it ain't wanting to pop off. Yeah, it ain't wanting to run a flake through there, but it's so fractured that that's probably the problem. Yeah, that's going to be the problem with it right there. Seems like I'm missing a bopper here. I am missing a bopper. I'm missing the one that I needed. Here it is. All right. We're good. You all can quit looking. Yeah, it don't do you no good if they fall apart like this. And may have to get thin pieces like this to come off and to make anything. A little bit of material there, but it's still in layers. Everywhere where there's one of those, you have to get a spot that doesn't have so much of that quartz in it, probably, I guess. You can see those quartz lines running there. As long as that was solid and you can flake across it like that part of it is, then you'll be okay. Come on, just trying to nick it. And it ain't working out. A lot of work for a little bitty piece. Is that what I'm wanting? So this is some of our local stone, and I'd like to just be able to make a couple of arrowheads out of it, so I'm willing to go through a bunch of buckets just to get a couple little pieces to have some pieces to work, I guess. When we get into the pit, I'm hoping to find much better material, but we'll see. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm kind of more excited about the Novaculite discovery. But I got to go up the hill a little ways. It's not that it's that big a hill, but with my back situation by the end of the day yesterday after we finally located it, I didn't feel like investigating any further. We picked up some that had eroded and come down the hill, and you could look up there and pretty much see what I believe is the main outcrop. But there's a little piece. I'll get something out of that. So we got two little ones that maybe I can make something out of. And I don't know if you can heat treat this to make it a little better or not, but I'll have to ask someone that knows more than me. Let's see. There is some big pieces too. There's probably some 10, 15 pound pieces. There's this long piece here that I guess we'll mess with a little bit. Maybe. Find the tool I'm looking for. So this is so fractured, I'm kind of afraid to hit it like I normally would. Try and hold it together, but I don't know if I ran a flake down it. You have a piece like this, it's so narrow you kind of have to thin it from the ends, you know. So I knock that off like that, so then I can try and come back on the end here and run something up here. It may just break the whole thing in half, I don't know. But or it may not run a flake at all. Let's see here. How am I going to get this thing apart and save any of it? It isn't that, you know, if this was solid stone, this wouldn't be a problem. And just thin it from the ends and I run like crazy. But as you can see, it's already fractured type stone. I'm trying to get to the center of the lollipop here and still have a piece left big enough to try and do something with. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. So that's probably going to come off there. So you're not getting any flakes traveling because it is so fractured. Now what? See, that was going to come off there for sure. There may be a bird point in that, but I don't know. I'll save it just in case. No matter what I did, that was going to come off there, you know. That was never going to stay, so. Normally this wouldn't be a problem popping this thing apart, but all these layers. I don't think there's anything on this pieces. No. We're just coming apart in these layers. Yeah. We're gonna get rid of that piece. I got a little chunk here I was messing with. I'm not sure if that'll have anything. That actually chipped pretty good. Man, if we can find this material here, sizable chunks of that, then without any bad seams in it, that would be perfect. But I don't know if you're ever going to have anything of this material that's big enough for a very big point. But if you did, that's beautiful right there, and that obviously don't require any heat. The thing is, find a material like that that doesn't have all the seams and all that. So the material we dig out of the pit is going to still have the quartz seams, but hopefully it won't have any of the surface wear, freezing, thawing, and all that. So yeah, there's the layer right there. It's trying to come apart. Kind of like Flint Ridge, I guess, with the layers and others. We also picked up some larger pieces. And we could have picked up 1,000 pounds of this, but easily. I actually didn't realize we picked up as much as we did, but we picked up almost 3 full buckets. So anyways, I might mess with that later. It seems to be fairly solid. Obviously not going to be a real big point come out of that, but that's okay. I just want to make something out of this local material. Breaking on that seam. Even if it breaks on this seam, this piece right here, I can probably get something out of it, because it's the seam is this piece right here, but I can still get something out of this that doesn't have anything in it. I'm going to save that piece, and I think I'm actually going to break a big piece Hold on just a second. Okay, I don't know if there's anything in this at all, but it is a pretty large piece. It's probably a, I don't know what it is, 15, 20 pound piece maybe, something like that. Okay, come on now. Now let's bust down up here. Yeah. That's what you might expect from surface rock, and it's full of water. I've got water all over me. So, which is what caused this. It leaks in there, and then freeze and thaw and all that. So I don't think there's going to be anything in this. No, there'll be nothing in this. And there probably won't be anything in this rest of this either. Nope. All right. Okay, I got another large piece here, and it may be the same way. There might be something in that, maybe, somewhere or another. Or possibly not. Could all be fractured that way. Yep. Nothing good in there that I can see. You're just teasing me. But I'm wondering if we dig some of this out and get below the frost line, and what is not exposed to the, hasn't been exposed to the weather, whether or not we'll be able to come up with anything usable. We might have a piece of, a little bit of usable flint in there somewhere. Yeah, we'll have to, maybe a bird pointing that. Like I said, there's not going to be much usable flint in this at all. I'm just trying to get some little pieces. We'll work on that later. Little pieces to mess with. Let's see here. That's my bopper I use when I'm out. I'm out in the field. I got these in a variety of sizes. I had one that was 2 inch, 2 1/4. It was pretty big. I actually gave that one to a friend, because I found that I prefer the hammer. So yep. See nothing in that. I got a piece here. I do have a couple larger pieces over there that might possibly have something, some good material in it. But this one looks a little more solid. I'm not sure that it is, but let's check it out and see. Now, there's a seam running right here. I don't know if I could pop that. Yep, there we go. There is a piece of semi-solid flint in there that I might be able to get a bird point out of. Fell apart. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of heartbreak trying to make a point with this, I'm sure. Lots of heartbreak. That piece right there might make a point. Small one, but a point. I know this one's going to. Should be a point in this piece too. I think I'll be able to get something out of that. So we are getting a few little pieces. I got some chunks like this that look like they should have a point in it somewhere. And there should be a point in that. Somewhere. Yeah, there'll be a point in this. Nice. Okay, well, I just wanted to show you this and tell you the exciting news about the Novaculite. I hope that develops into something. Doggone, I keep shoving flint into that off this pad. Needing their glove on when I'm doing this. Probably a point in that too, for sure. So, doggone, I got flint jammed in that knuckle somewhere. You almost have to flake with these seams and not across them, it seems like. I don't even know if that's a thing I can do, but it seems like that's yeah. See, it wants to flake long ways with them, but it sure don't want to flake across them. And honestly, it doesn't want to flake that great long ways with it, but it does do better. So that may be something I have to incorporate when I'm trying to make a point. And I can only imagine unless you can get some solid material like that without a lot of quartz in it, may not be a super pretty point. this was a lithic material that was used, so. Alright, we'll see if we can do something with that. Finish skimming that outside off, and got to get rid of this. And there may not be nothing left of it once that's done. Yeah, they'll just come apart like that. Highly fractured. And it's known to be highly fractured, so. Most certainly isn't no. Ain't no Georgetown. Or good cooked Texas rock or hornstone or any of the rest of that stuff. Might take someone much more talented than me to get a point out of it, but I believe there's probably a point in there. So anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that. I got buckets of it to go through here. I really like the color on that a little bit. That grayish modeling. But there we have it. That's just, this is all part of they're all related. Batiste, Smithville, Big Fork. I believe they're all just part of the same thing. And we have another trip coming up here in a couple days over to Arkansas. And we'll see how that goes. That's going to be more surface material. This piece right here probably has something good in it. Probably get something good out of that, as bad as it looks. If I can just get pieces like this, I know that I can, like I said earlier, this piece is probably going to come off. That'll leave me a long, narrow piece here, and you'll probably be able to get a little point out of it, you know. But we'll see. I'll probably do a video on that, but just wanted to show you guys this and what we did yesterday. So, local rock. Y'all have a great day. Hit that like and subscribe button. Those of you that's already subscribed, I truly, really appreciate you. We are over 500 subscribers, and I've got a lot going on right now, but I will do the giveaway here in the coming weeks. So look for that. So we'll see what happens here. But y'all have a great day, night, whatever it is where you're at, and we'll see you on the next one. Keep napping.